Hey, what's up guys, this is Kazoo here, and welcome to episode 9 of Skilling to Glory. The first thing we do in today's episode is move on to the transfer list. You can see in the background that we actually sold some players from some previous squads. Whilst we were at it, also moved on to the store because we opened a bronze reward pack, which we got as a daily gift on the web app. Remember, you can still get your daily gifts for, I think, a few more days, I'm not too sure. But yeah, we got a pretty solid bronze player, a Turkish one, which actually would end up selling for quite some coins because of the squad building challenge, of course. So yeah, bronze packs also, they're very useful, especially with those players which are neat for our squad building challenges. But you can also see that we picked up two new players, two 5-star skillers in Quadrado and Douglas Costa, both from Juventus. I picked them up as sort of an investment, and it actually ended up being a very good investment because Douglas Costa has already increased in price with like 10k or something. So yeah, it's definitely a player we can obviously sell on for a little bit of profit. And yeah, first of all, though, we're going to be using him in a squad very soon, and probably one of the next episodes. But you can see we moved on to the squad battles, and I decided to play them off screen, as I mentioned before in a couple episodes ago. You can see my first result, won the first game with 3-0, got a little bit more than 2k points, and we faced this team, just your regular starter team, I guess, full Spanish side. Then the second game, I lost 3-0 and I got 0 points. Now you might be wondering why I didn't get any points. That's because I decided to actually rage quit this game. You can see the team on the screen which I faced against, which was like a pretty solid Serie A side, but the amount of bullshit I had in this game was just unbelievable. I was 2-0 down within 20 minutes, and then I conceded this goal as well, on top of it to make it 3-0. And when this happened, and I also got a really stupid red card, which was my own fault basically, just out of frustration I guess. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna not spend any more time on this game, just simply leave it. Like, at the time, I didn't know that you actually would end up getting 0 points if you just end up leaving a game. But it's also something for you guys to know, like, if you ever are in the same situation as I am, like, when you're just completely done with the AI, because the amount of, like, BS that goes on in squad battles is sometimes just unbelievable. So if you ever decide to rage quit the game, keep in mind that you get 0 points. You can see I won my third game 3-1 and lost my final game 1-0. So I didn't get a lot of points in this week's or this day for squad battles, which was a shame. But yeah, decided to leave it behind me and move on into some online gameplay. Decided to switch to this team, the team with Ben Arfa, El Sharawi, the two 5-star skillers. And we come against a strong team, 4-2-3-1 formation, a League 1 side with also Miranda in his team. I think the only player outside of the League 1. And we start off after 4 minutes here with Rodrigo, a couple of roulettes inside the box. Then I tried to cross it in here, did not win the header. We pick it up here with Miranda, who then went with some sort of a volley. There was no power whatsoever, so very easy save there for the keeper. Then still early into the game, we got El Sharawi with a couple of skill moves, plays it on through to Rodrigo. A quick scoop turn, shoots, gets deflected, and yet again a very easy save for his goalkeeper. Then 13th minute, Inaki Williams, after a very nice fake shot, he just sprints through. He then goes for a rainbow flick. We beat the defender, goes for the first time volley, goalkeeper saves. Then we pick it up with Rodrigo. We cross it back into Inaki Williams, who was completely free, and we head it in to finally make it 1-0. Still very early on into the game. Then on the stroke of half-time, Ben Arfa there on the ball, plays it on through here to Inaki Williams. Went with the ball roll to a heel flick, which I probably should not have done because I sort of ran into his two players and therefore kind of wasted a chance. We were very close though, making it 2-0 with Rodrigo, but the header went wide. Then still in the 45th minute, another chance here with Rodrigo. Again, a shot which I think got deflected. And yeah, easy save for his keeper. So first off, lots of chances. Early into the second half, we got a big chance here too with Ben Arfa. Nice fake Rabona to a cross to our left back, who then heads it into the hands of the goalkeeper. Just should have been a 2-0 in my opinion. Then we got another chance here with Rodrigo. Very easy save for the keeper. And yeah, I knew as soon as my opponent would get some chances, he would probably make the equalizer. From a free kick, he was very close with Memphis Depay. But then in the 80th minute, it was Di Maria who sends Mbappe away, goes through on goal and finishes it off very nicely, making it 1-1. And that's unfortunately how the game ended. We just should have won this game. Like, my opponent obviously had some chances as well, but I felt that 1-1 was definitely not deserved, but that's how FIFA goes, you all know it. Then before we went into the next game, we decided to apply a couple of contracts to De Rossi and also Borja Valero, and then we go into what will be the second game of the episode, and we come against the team in the 4-3-2-1 formation, and he had the main man up front, Cristiano Ronaldo. Also Dembele, Benzema, very, very strong side. Was almost a full Real Madrid team, and after less than 5 minutes, he already makes it 1-0 with Karim Benzema. Passes through the middle, not too sure what my defense was doing. And yeah, very quick lead for my opponent. Then at 23rd minute, we got a chance here too with Williams. Lost the ball, but then he plays it back pretty much to me. Scooped in from Rodrigo, shoots it with his weaker foot, then hits the post. Couldn't get in time for the rebound, unfortunately. So yeah, already a huge chance for us to make the equalizer. Then from a corner kick in the 35th minute, we get it back here with the Rossi after some weird stuff. We pick it up here with Inaki Williams, who then gets 2 shots, but they weren't good enough. They got blocked twice by his defender. And in all honesty, they weren't really like shot in very well. Another chance with Williams, good save from Oblak. And yeah, again, just like in the previous game, we just couldn't score. Here another chance on the stroke of half time with Rodrigo after a few skill moves. Maybe took it a little bit too early. But again, no goal. 45th minute, yet another chance here with the Rossi. A nice Cruyff turn to a shot there, which the goalkeeper saves easily. And you can see during half time, lots of chances for us. Also quite a few for my opponent, but I felt we definitely should have scored once. Then in the second half, I tried my best again to score. We got a chance with Banarfa. And then we hit the post for the second time in this game. Absolutely unreal. Then we kept on pushing on it with Rodrigo. Some skill moves. We got in with the roulette here. Then a very nice shot. And guess what? We hit the post again. And I just didn't know what I was doing wrong. Like, nothing would work. It didn't matter how many times I tried to shoot on goal. It just would not go in. And so frustrating. I mean, second loss in a row where we just should have scored. I mean, look at the stats for my opponent. Second half, he created nothing. Even with that super team he had with Ronaldo up front. We dominated, but we just couldn't score. So frustrating. Anyway, moving in what will be the third game. Again, applied a few consumables here and there to some players. And we come up against this side in the 4-3-2-1 formation again. A few players off chemistry in De La Feo and also Lewandowski there. But he also had some dangerous players in Gareth Bale on the right side. So yeah, we started off with obviously the thought that we needed a quick goal to start off the game. We got a big chance there with Pizzi, but again, I just should have taken more time. Maybe like run a few more meters inside the box and then shoot. Then the 4th minute, he went through here with Gareth Bale, and I was like, oh my god, please do not score. I tried to kind of bait him with the chip. He went for it, and we saved it here with Perry very nicely. Then 18th minute, we got through here with Tyson on the left-hand side, and then a beauty of a goal to make it 1-0. And finally give us a goal. But unfortunately, it wouldn't last long until my opponent scored, because look at that for a banger from Gareth Bale. It took him seconds to make the equalizer, and yeah, we had to start all over again. And after that, created some more chances, especially with Bale. A couple shots, which I luckily was able to defend quite well here, as you can see. Then in the 32nd minute, he plays a through ball here with Lewandowski to De La Feo. Again, I tried to kind of bait him with the chip. And this time it actually went in. Very nice goal, I have to say, though. Yet again, a brilliant goal. And yeah, 2-1 it was. We're still really early in the game, like 20 minutes of playtime or something. So yeah, again, straight from kickoff. We went on the attack. We got Gelson Martinez on the left-hand side this time. Couple of body feints. Then plays it on through to Fred. Good shot there. Very good save from his keeper as well. Then just before half-time, he has the ball there with Navas. Lays it on the ground. Tried to pass it to his defender. But we managed to intercept it here with Gelson Martinez. I took enough time. But then this shot hits the freaking post again. Just like in the previous game. Also in this game, we just ended up hitting the post a lot of times. Here another chance with Gelson Martinez. A lot of power, which was just not needed really. And yeah, another chance wasted. A big chance here too with Pizzi. Hit the crossbar or the post. I don't know what it was, but again, my players also in this team really, even though I changed teams, they just didn't score. Like here, chance with Williams. This would go in every single time, but it went wide, and we would lose another game. Like I honestly don't know what was going on. Like I've seen a few comments from you guys saying that I should apply chemistry styles, which I definitely will do. But like at the time, I just didn't really think about it that big. I think I still find it strange though. But I guess it was just one of those days where I was just really shit at FIFA. That's my only kind of conclusion. Anyway, going to the next game, we come up against, again, a full La Liga side. And we start things off after 4 minutes. A great run here from Gelson Martins, which would have been a goal. But then Fred, he tapped it in. He was offside. And this was done by the AI. And if you look closely, if Fred wasn't there, it would have gone in 100%. But yeah, we got a goal stolen from us. And then instead, in the 8th minute, my opponent makes it 1-0. A few minutes later, he would end up making it 2-0 after, yeah, I don't know what my goalkeeper did. He decided to lay on the ground a little bit too long. Gamero heads it in for an open net. 2-0 it was, and we had to start all over again. And I knew how this game would end up going, because the luck I had so far on FIFA anyway wasn't there. Even though we got a goal there with Dumia, which was pretty decent, my opponent would just kept on counter-attacking me, like playing long balls, especially to Inaki Williams, who was just free all the time, the whole game pretty much. And I remember I was playing on balanced, and with this goal, I wasn't using the second man press thing when it comes to the defense, like holding the right bumper or R1, but still, he was so free, makes it 4-1. Second half, he makes it 5-1 with Muriel. But yeah, towards the end, we would end up getting another goal here with Gelson Martins. A nice scoop turn, plays it on through to Karsdorp, plays it back to Gelson Martins, who then shoots it in off the post. Obviously, there is no game where we don't hit the post, and this time it would end up going in. But still, we lost the game, the fourth one in a row. The fourth one in a row. I just didn't want to end this episode off with a loss, so I decided to play one more game, applied a contract there to Danilo, then we switched back to this team, the Benarfa El Sharawi squad, and yeah, we move on. It will be the final game of the episode, and we go up against the average team, BPL side, 4-5-1 formation, not with the best players, but since my luck was just really shit this game, or just this day really, when I played, I knew I was going to struggle. We start off with a chance with Benarfa, which I maybe shouldn't have chipped, maybe should have crossed in instead, because my opponent, what he did in this game was just crosses like 24/7, got himself a goal there with that left mid of his, that Colombian player from Brighton, who was very quick. A good goal though, I have to say. Then from kickoff, we got some skill runs going here with Rodrigo. A shot there which got saved by Joe Hart really easily. Then 18th minute, another cross, this time from the left-hand side. And look at that for a goal. Like, keeper, what are you doing? Like, it was a nice goal, but what was my keeper doing? This is what I mean with luck as well. Like, when stuff like this happens, you know you're just having a really, really shitty day on FIFA. And I mean, this goal was just an absolute banger from my opponent. The 30th minute, he scores a really nice volley with Lanzini. Yet another cross. I mentioned it like in one of the first episodes that crosses compared to FIFA 17 are just 10 times more effective this year. And yeah, you can see it from this game as well. I think 3 crosses, 3 goals really. The second half, you obviously would end up creating chances as well here with El Sharawi. A shot, and from the rebound, it is Ben Arfa who sort of does something back. And then still very early into the second half, he actually picked up a straight red card with one of his defenders. I think, yeah, you can see top left, Bertrand it was. So, looking at the clock, I knew there was some time left to get back into the game. We got a big chance here again with Rodrigo, our striker, chips it, but good save from the keeper. Then 77th minute, again, we hit the crossbar, this time with Benarfa. And then the 88th minute, he got himself a huge chance here as well with Jermaine Defoe, where he hits the post. And that's how the game would end up. So we also would end up losing the final game of the episode, even though my aim was to at least end this episode off with like getting a point or something, or maybe getting a win as well. But you can see, lost another game. I think we need 4 more points in order to avoid relegation, and we need 14 points in total to secure promotion. So it's going to be a big challenge for us. We have 4 games left, so hopefully we can pull it off in the next episode. Otherwise, we maybe have to do a Division 7 over again if we at least avoid relegation. Anyway, guys, that's where we're going to be ending off this episode. Still, really hope you enjoyed it despite me losing quite a few games. If you, of course, did, then feel free to leave a like. Would be very much appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.